you have to love how excited he is, how enthusiastic he is.
Right.
You know, there were a lot of people that didn't want him on the show and pushed to boycott. I'm actually proud of the network for keeping him in there and letting him really get out there and have a good time. And I think he's shown that you can push back and do it with a smile. And I'm proud of what he's done. I thought last night was incredible and so special that he dedicated that to his wife, who is a tremendous person. And I know firsthand how difficult it is to have the role he had at the White House with his family and taking care of kids. And she's just a great person.
And Sarah,
so that was really neat to get to watch him have that moment for her last night.
How do you handle the reports that some of the people voting are Russian? It's rigged.
I mean,
is there a Russian judge?
You know, I think so far it seems pretty fair. Look, I think Sean has a huge base of support.
Sarah, I'll save you from having to answer that question.
Who support the president.
Let's move on. Let's talk about the president's interview last night with Sean Hannity. He talked about impeachment. Here's a clip of it.
To me, the word impeachment is a dirty, disgusting word. I didn't do a reason to be impeached. The only reason they're impeaching is because they look at the polls and they see Moody's just came out and said under all three scenarios, Trump wins easily. They see what's going on. That's what they're doing. Congressman Al Green, a Democrat, said, we have to impeach him because he's going to win. This is what I'm up against. Who would do this? Who would play a dirty game like this?
So he says that because the economy is doing so well, they're trying to get him out of office.
Well, I don't think it's just that. I think it's certainly that the economy's doing well. I think it's the fact that the president's been able to renegotiate trade deals. He's been able to create over 6 million new jobs, a significant number of those manufacturing jobs. Look, at the end of the day, Democrats think that they're smarter than the American people. They think that they should be able to choose your health care. They think that they can spend your money better than you can. They think that they can protect your family better than you can. And the president doesn't agree with them, and I don't think millions of Americans do either.
Right.
Democrats were very clear in 2016 how they felt about people that supported the president. Hillary Clinton labeled them deplorables. We have a big decision to make. The Americans, people have a very clear contrast in what path they want to take. Do they want to continue under the prosperity of this president, or do they want to go down a different road that we know doesn't work in socialism that the Democrats have laid out? They know they can't beat President Trump on policy and on merit, so they think impeachment is their only path forward, and they've shown that this is purely political, and I think the president's exactly right to call him out on it.
Right. A lot of people would like to see him get a separate legal team, do what Bill Clinton did, and to have just punt on all Ukrainian issues, say, that's handled by my legal side. Is that possible with this president?
Not only is I don't think it's possible, but I don't think it fits. I think it worked for Bill Clinton, but thank God this is a totally different president. I'm glad that President Trump isn't Bill Clinton. I'm glad that he has approached the office in a completely different way. The country didn't elect him to come up there and be like every other politician before him. They wanted him to come up and shake things up, and he's done that. I think it's a great thing that you hear so much directly from the president. You don't have to wonder, did his aides get it right? Because the president comes out and tells you every day where he is, whether it's through extended interviews like he did last night with Sean Hannity, whether it's on Twitter. This is a president who talks directly to the American people, and I don't think anybody that supports him, and frankly, even those that don't, would want it any other way than to get to hear straight from the president.
Absolutely. Eliminate the filter. Meanwhile, Sean Hannity talked a little bit to the president about the Green New Deal, which is very big on the left, but not so big with the president. Watch.
The Green New Deal, it's fine. All of it's fine. Paying 96% in taxes is all fine, because I want them to keep talking about it. And when it's time to run, I'll run. But I don't want to talk them out of it, Sean. It's too early to talk about. You know, can you believe we're getting down to 12 months? Can you believe it?
So the president thinks that the Green New Deal would be bad for the country, but good for him politically.
Absolutely. The president is an incredibly smart person, but he's also a very smart political reader. He gets the makeup of what's going to drive people in elections. He has great instincts, and I think you're seeing that on full display. Why take away one of the greatest contrast issues that you know there's no support from the American people for this early in the election? Let Democrats go out there and continue to talk about and build this case so that the president can make his case against it in a few months. Again, I don't think the contrast between what you have to choose from between President Trump and prosperity that will continue in this country versus Democrats who want to take all of that away.
Thanks, Sarah. I appreciate it. Great seeing you this morning.
Thanks, Sarah.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me on.
If you